Hey guys, Mega Man NG here. We're back with another Gen 6 Wi-Fi battle, and today's opponent is Chris, aka ChrisGamingZone. Now, believe it or not, his team is actually really unique because he has a mono fairy type team. I'll post a link to this description in the channel for anyone who's interested, and let's get this show on the road. He sends in Marirurimon, the Azumarill, and I send in my Alakazam because I'm just not taking any chances with this guy. However, first turn switch. I guess that wasn't the best choice for it, so I decided to send in my Ferrothorn because it can withstand fairy-type attacks. He goes instead for a Play Rough, and the damage was just kind of blah. Yeah, I also forget to mention Iron Barbs and Rocky Helmet. That does more damage too. Sorry, I've been talking so much that it's affecting my throat and I need at least some water. So, he makes a switch and he sends in Togekissmon, the Togekiss. I just set up Stealth Rocks in the meantime just to be safe. Since I'm part steel, I can withstand whatever he brings out. He instead goes for a Fire Blast. And I'm thinking, crap. I really didn't see that coming. And now my Ferrothorn's down, which means I got nothing to protect against his fairy types. However, he suffers an HP drop to the Life Orb. Now I decide to bring in the pain, so I send in my Greninja, and I go for the Surf because since this thing's got Fire Blast, I don't want to get hit by a full power Fire Blast attack. So a Surf is just as safer, however it does some damage. He instead goes for a Dazzling Gleam, and the Dazzling Gleam does a lot of damage, courtesy of the Life Orb that gave it a big boost too. So I go for another Surf, and the Surf actually does more damage, but it doesn't kill it. But he goes for a Roost, and that Roost restores his HP. I'm thinking, I'm not taking any chances with this one. I'm just going to go full straight on Ice Beam and just take it down. However, he makes a switch. I'm beginning to wonder why he has Mon in their title. Now he sends in Sylveon, and yeah, it's the Fairy Eevee evolution. And thanks to Stealth Rock, it does some damage. I go for a Surf once again, and the Surf does more damage. I thought I was going to do an Ice Beam instead, but I now decide to go for a Grass Knot. And hoping that the Grass Knot can do some damage, I hope it's enough. However, sadly it didn't. And instead, he goes for a Moon Blast. And the Moon Blast basically, believe it or not, takes down my Greninja. Ouch, that sucks. Yeah, I gotta do something fast. So I decided to send in my Electivire, hoping to finish the job. And I go for a Thunder Punch since, believe it or not, I'm actually faster than Sylveon. This Sylveon is actually pretty bulky. Sylveons normally have a lot of bulk, and that takes down a Sylveon rather easily. And now he sends in Gardevoir, and I'm surprised this one doesn't have a Mega Stone, and he actually suffers damage. And yeah, this one is the Mega Evolution for Gardevoir. Now he brings in his own Mega Gardevoir onto the field. I should have brought mine as well, but I don't know if it's going to help a lot. So I go for a Thunder Punch, hoping that I can be able to do some damage and take down it, and it does more than half damage. He goes for a Psychic, and the Psychic does a load of damage. Thanks to the Focus Sash, I actually survive. I am grateful, however, sadly, he actually gets a Psychic off and takes down my Electivire. Lucky hit. I think it was because of a speed tie, I think. Anyway, I decided to send in my Alakazam, and this time I'm bringing in my own pain to the mix. Now I Mega Evolve myself into a Mega Alakazam, and I decided to bring on the Hell. Oh, and yeah, my Mega Alakazam is traced, so thankfully it actually gets Pixelate, which is a move exclusive to, I believe, some Pokemon like Mega Gardevoir and Espeon. I go for the Signal Beam, and the Signal Beam does some damage, and it takes down Gardevoir. Normally it would be super effective, but due to it being part fairy, it doesn't. And he sends out Kuchitomon, the Mawile, and he suffers some Stealth Rock damage, but he gets an Intimidate off, and he suffers an Attack Drop. That doesn't matter because I go for a Psychic attack, and the Psychic does a lot of damage. However, it's not enough. Not enough, sadly, because it does get a special defense drop. But he goes for a Substitute, and that makes him withstand it. I'm surprised it actually was able to get enough HP for a Substitute. He goes instead now for a Sucker Punch, and the Sucker Punch does a load of damage. However, I'm surprised it actually got priority too. And it goes for a Psychic. I keep saying I'm surprised and all that junk because this battle really did impress me. His team is actually pretty unique. Even though the Psychic did take down his Substitute, I'm still a victim to his Sucker Punch, and I think, crap, I really didn't see it coming. He actually gets a crit too, and that's more unfair. I don't really care though because I'm actually enjoying this battle. Anyway, I send in my Chansey, and he goes for an Iron Head. I'm surprised it doesn't Mega. Oh yeah, I said that. I'm sorry. Anyway, I just go for a Seismic Toss and I take down the Mawile. Thank God for it. because it had a really interesting moveset. You know, if it had the Mega Evolution Stone, it would have been more dangerous. And now he sends in his Marirurimon. Is that what it's called? Yeah, that's it. And he goes instead now for a superpower. And the superpower does a lot of damage. Damn, that actually had to hurt. But sadly, the super effective damage came with a price. His attack and defense points dropped down by 1. If I had like another attack, it would have helped. But all I have instead is Seismic Talk. And that Seismic Talk didn't do much good. Tragically, I should have went for the Soft World instead. The Soft World would have helped. He actually gets another crit, and that makes it more unfair. And I decided instead now to send in my Arcanine because I'm not taking any chances with this. I really am not. He goes now for an Aqua Jet, and the Aqua Jet does a lot of damage, but not enough. It would have done more, but he suffered an attack drop earlier, not to mention a defense drop. I decided instead to go for a Flare Blitz and take down a Azumarill once and for all. I am thankful for that. However, this match is already over before it began because I'm beat. I'm beat because of recoil and everything. And he now sends in Dedenne. Yeah, you don't see a Dedenne in battle before. You don't see it here. This is new. He goes for a Thunder Wave, and that actually paralyzes me, which is actually pretty smart. I'm surprised it's actually faster than my Arcanine. I don't think it really matters by that point because I go for a Flare Blitz. I do take down his Dedenne. However, sadly, he still wins regardless anyway, because even though I do take him out, I died because of not only 1 recoil, but 2 recoils in the process. And that is just, wow. That is simply incredible. I have never seen a Fairy-type team used effectively in battle. This is just really impressive. He had his Togekiss left, and even if I had a Pokemon left, I still would have been screwed. Thank you so much for the battle, Chris. Your team is actually really unique. It is really unique, and I really enjoy it, and I hope we do battle again. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button. It does mean a lot to me. It does mean a lot to Chris, and I hope you see you guys next time for another Wi-Fi battle. All right, peace.